media has been holding its breath, waiting to hear if James Comey, the recently fired FBI director, will talk about his private conversations with President Trump when he testifies before the Senate Intelligence Committee this week.
And it was during that conversation that he told him to basically, that Flynn had done nothing wrong and that the FBI should basically move on from the investigation. And Comey interpreted this as the president trying to influence him and influence the investigation. And he wrote a memo about it, and he wrote several other memos based on every interaction he had with Trump because he was concerned about what Trump was trying to do.
Did Trump ask for Comey's loyalty if he kept him on as FBI director? Did Trump get Comey alone and ask him to back off the investigation of former National Security Advisor Mike Flynn? And did all that rise to the level of obstruction of justice? Given all this interest, I thought I would share with you an interview with one of Comey's closest friends regarding pressure brought to bear on the FBI director from a president. But in this case, the president was Barack Obama. It turns out that the Obama White House contacted Comey in early June 2016 and invited him to have a beer with the president on the White House lawn. When Comey's appointment secretary read him the message, he said he was taken by complete surprise. The request simply wasn't proper. And Jim told his secretary to tell the White House he was too busy to have a casual beer with the president. Comey didn't think more about all this for a few weeks until the president himself called. Obama was his usual charming self and made small talk and said he'd like to have a one-on-one basketball game with Comey. And he said he'd heard that Comey had a hoop at home. Now, Comey is a lifelong cop and prosecutor, and his mind always goes to motive. What did the president really want to talk about? Comey suspected that Obama wanted to put pressure on him regarding the investigation of Hillary's private email server. So Comey told Obama that he'd love to have a one-on-one with him, but he begged off saying his schedule was a killer and he couldn't justify taking the time away from his job. Comey said that Obama sounded really annoyed, and Comey was surprised that Obama, who's known as Mr. Cool, had stepped over the line. This is Ed Klein, Confidential.
Ed Klein Confidential is brought to you by Birch Gold Group, the precious metal IRA specialists. Protect your savings with gold. Learn how free. Just call 800-422-3388, 800-422-3388, or click on birchgold.com/ED for this free offer.